I'm on my way over. I wanted to make sure that when I pushed that little button, the camera actually started. Hi. I haven't been on here in a while. I know, I'm panting. It's like, who is it that worries about me? It is Mona. Well, Mona, I've been running around, so this panting and huffing and puffing is because I'm tired. Mona, who is 63 Summits. I always like to put those channels out there because if someone says, Mona who? There you go. And I think my camera's a little bit tilted, so maybe through the whole video I should go. No, I should go like that. I went to Walmart. I have a couple of stories. I went to Walmart and I wanted to show you what I got. But I did want to tell you the reason I've not been on here, and I have commented to a couple of people or messaged a few people, that it's because my daughter visited from... Well, we took her to the airport just this past Tuesday, and she had been for, it was like, Sunday would have been a week and then the Monday, so she was here, what, 8 days, and we took her to the airport on Tuesday. Now, there's a story behind that too. Okay, let me do that before I show you my cool stuff. And I've messaged Ruthie, if you're watching. I got your washi tape, and I messaged you a couple of times. Ruthie M87 here on YouTube. She doesn't get on very often. I think she's a working single mom. So, I think I've never heard anything about a husband. But anyway, Ruthie has a love of Halloween like I do. And there's another person on YouTube, Elisa Martinez. And Elisa, she doesn't do videos, and I haven't heard from her in a while. You know, I may be a bad YouTube friend. I'm a bad real friend because I don't really see my friend a lot. But we catch up, we talk, and we're there for each other. Anyway, I digress. But I haven't heard from Elisa in a while. But, Ruthie said she couldn't find the washi tape at her Dollar Tree. So I have messaged her. Whenever, I messaged her twice. I acted like I'm just desperately seeking Ruthie. But whenever we went to Charleston, West Virginia, that's where I took my daughter to Yeager Airport. But we stopped for lunch at a little plaza. Let's see, it was a mile marker 9 on 79 South. But a little plaza, and had lunch at Bob Evans. And then we were pulling out, and I went, oh, there's a Dollar Tree! And we let Melanie drive, you know. And I told Greg, I said, we have to come back. I have to look for washi tape for Ruthie. Because the one over in Buchanan, which is about 50 miles from me, I said 15, not 50, they didn't have any. I mean, they were down to the bit, you know, bottom of the barrel, the bitter dregs. So anyway, I'm talking a lot today, and I haven't had anything to drink. I may have to get up and get me a Diet Dr. Pepper while I'm sitting here. Anyway, I found washi. I even found the cat washi. I already put mine away, but that I liked, or that I didn't get. I liked the little orange. It was orange with the black cats on it. I even found that for me there. I walked out there with 12 rolls of washi tape. I did find another banner, which I really liked. So I came out of there with 2 banners. Oh, by the way, Ruthie, if you're watching, you did not get any cat washi because I had been looking for it and they only had 1. I did ask. Anyway, I got the Spooky, which I didn't get these because I don't do cutesy. I got the striped. I don't like stripes. I got the pumpkin, which I do have one of those. I do like the pumpkin. I got with the cats and the little Dracula and that one. I got that for her. Okay, wait a minute. And I got this one, the polka dots. I almost kept this one, but I said no, I'm going to be generous and give it to Ruthie. The polka dot one. And then I got her a spider one, which I have because I like the spider one. I call this a jacquard, but I don't know what anybody else calls it, which I have. I got her the banner. I'm showing these this way because they're right on the bottom and it looks just like that. And I got her this one that says Spooky Trick or Treat, has spider webs and stuff. Maybe better show it this way, like that. But it's this way. Got her that one, and which I don't have because I didn't really want. And I got her one of the skull ones, which I do have because I do like the skull one. Okay, anyway, that's what I got for Ruthie, and that was my story of how I had to make my husband take me back to that Dollar Tree because we were on our way back from the airport, and he said, "Were you serious about stopping at Dollar Tree?" And I said, "Yes, I was very serious." So he said, "Fine, I'm going to go pee somewhere and you can go into Dollar Tree." It worked out well for both of us. Both of us fulfilled a need. Okay, so today I went to Walmart. I'm going to show some things that are crafty and some things that are not crafty. This is not all I got at Walmart. I'm not going to show you, the big bag of chicken breasts that I got. And I know that a lot of you are disappointed at this very moment that I'm not doing that. But I did, first thing I see is, that it's something for Bailey. And it's the Halloween thingy. And I'm going to save this to where she's a little bit closer. And these said these were $1, but you know what? Even right on the thing it says 87 cents. So I'm going to say I got ripped off. I need to check my receipt. I mean, how stupid was that? And these were on clearance. These were regularly $6.47. I had seen the metal ones at AC Moore. My Bailey, she likes the Minions, and it says retail on the back on this tag. It said it should have been $7.88. And then it says was $6.47, which would be Walmart's price, and they were marked down to $5. It's just empty. There is no nifty, cool, thermos like we used to get in when we were younger. I actually have, and I gave to my children their lunch boxes from when they were young. My daughter had a Muppet, the Muppet Show. She had that lunch box, and it had the thermos in it. My son, he had the Transformers when the cartoon first came out. He had that lunchbox. I'm talking metal. I think they were metal. I know the Fraggle Rock was. Not Muppets. I meant Fraggle Rock lunchbox. But he had the original Transformers lunchbox with the thermos in it. So I said, I'm going to keep these. And by golly, I did. Through every move and every bad relationship choice or whatever, I kept them and I gave them to my kids, and I said, keep this until you're older and it'll be worth a lot more. But anyway, this is not going to be worth a thing. Doesn't have the thermos. The lunch boxes, those old lunch boxes, if you can find one with a thermos, you've got gold. But anyway, she likes the Minions. Okay, and Libby, my friend Libby, I think I'm going to check my camera, even though this isn't the one who's notorious for dead batteries. This is a plug-in chargy thing. No, we're going in. I am crooked, and I really don't care. I think I'm not even... Is my head cut off? I don't think so. Is my head cut off? Will somebody please tell me if I've been beheaded and didn't know it? Okay. She likes this cardstock. It's Colorblock cardstock, the craft color. She likes this one. She said it's one of her favorites, and I should really call her because they only had one left. And this is on clearance for $4, $1 off on the pack. Now, it's 30 sheets. It may not be that good of a deal, but I did have to have it simply because the little red sticker said that I had to have it. Okay, and they had some other things on clearance, which was very disturbing. A lot of their Studio G stuff, which they have, the craft aisle is probably as wide as my table, the craft part. With paper, scrapbooks, actually have scrapbooks, and, stickers and stuff like that. It's in the wedding aisle. The wedding part's even smaller than the craft part. They had some disturbing things, on clearance, such as the Elmer's Craft Bond. Now, this is foam mounting tape, and the reason I hadn't bought this before is I thought it wasn't as good a buy as the, this is 3M. And on the 3M, you get 125 inches for like $4.97, I think it is. This is 150 inches, and it was on clearance for $3.50. And this is what I use to pop stuff up. And I know who was it told me, I'll think of it here in a second, that you could get it at Big Lots for real cheap, like $1.50 for a bunch of it. That would be, I believe that was Rachel. Deja Vu's bad girl? I think it was Rachel. Okay, anyway, and this is also disturbing. This is an EK Tools EK Success punch, the 1-inch circle punch, because if many of you remember, whenever I tried to find my circle punch, which I can't even at this moment, but if you remember, which I can't even find, yeah, there it is. I said, oh, was the 1/2 inch. That was the 1/2 inch, and I said, well, that'll be big enough. Me, I don't know how to measure. So, but anyway, that was the 1/2 inch, and now this is the inch. So hopefully I've got it right now, because I was looking for this one. I don't know why I can't measure, I guess. Which is why we have all of our fancy tools. So people that don't know how to measure can still craft. But anyway, I got that. That was on clearance for $5. That was a good deal, I thought. I'll just put that over there. And also I had seen people dyeing their paper with, that's a glass jar. My gosh. I couldn't find any Great Value brand tea. This is unsweetened tea. People dyeing their paper with tea. I've been dyeing mine with coffee, and I'll tell you why. I think I already did. But they said they're using instant tea. So I said, well, okay. It was like, I think this was either $2.68 or $2.97, $2.98, something like that. And I'm going to try to use that to dye some paper. I don't know how much of it I'll have to use. I guess I'll just have to, you know, figure it out. And then somebody said if they don't like the smell of the coffee paper, which my journal, which I'm writing in, by the way, it's really it got a real strong smell. So I think I may spritz it with like the perfume that I always wear, or one of my favorite perfumes. But this I looked they said if you don't like the smell of the coffee dyed paper, add vanilla extract to your coffee before you dip your paper in it. And I forget who said that on here, but I watched a video. I'm always looking for new and interesting ways. Is there a better way to dye paper? And no, there isn't. The only way to dye paper is just to dip it. If you're gonna bake it, that's the best way. I think Cheryl Deli Girl 1961. I think she spritzes hers and lets it air dry. I don't have the room, and you know I don't really want to wait that long. I want instant gratification. But anyway, I looked and looked. They had McCormick, they had Watkins, they had Great Value brand, they had this brand, they had real vanilla extract, imitation vanilla extract. They had one that was Watkins has one that's half real and half imitation, and it's like real vanilla extract is like, boy howdy, you know, that was like you get a great big bottle of it, but it was like $7 and something. I said I just want a little bit. I want, like, you know, put a teaspoon in my coffee water or whatever. So this one I could almost smell it through the lid. This was the very cheapest one I could get, and I think it was 98 cents. And it had like you know, 4 times as much as some of the others. So anyway, okay, I got that. Then I was on search for body wash. You know, do you want to know what I wash my body with? I like a liquid soap, but I wash my body with, it's the Equate brand, a liquid hand soap. That's what I usually wash my body with. I refuse anything. It's like toilet paper. It's ridiculous how much they want for something that's literally going to go down the drain. So I am going to try this. I don't know what it smells like. It doesn't really smell really strong. I got this, and this was the best value for the money today. 28 ounces of Equate brand baby wash and shampoo, which is good for those tender parts that we all have. And it says compared to Johnson's head to toe baby wash. 28 ounces, it was under $3. Actually, I think it was $2.58, $2.78, something like that. So I'm going to try that. I needed antibacterial wipes in my car because inevitably every time I go to the recycle bin, I get something on my hands when I'm throwing my recycles away. And today I went to the recycle bin, and oh, they didn't have the stairs. Ours has a stairs with a walk where you can like reach over, and I couldn't even see. Plastics 1 through 7. I guess that's all of them, isn't it? So I just turned my bags up because I could barely reach to open the little Dorset, and so I just dumped them all in. I said, you know what? I'm doing my bit to help keep the planet clean. Least you can do is provide me with a set of steps to get to the recycle bins. Okay. And then I said I went hungry. I went to the store hungry, which you're never supposed to do. And like I said, this isn't all I got, but I thought Ritz toasted chips, sour cream and onion. It says 40% less fat. But don't let that fool you, folks. These things are just chock full of it. Yeah, let's see. The serving size is 1 ounce, which is about 12 chips. 130 calories per serving. 50 calories of that are from fat, and the total fat grams per serving is 6. 1 gram of which is saturated. But there's 40% less of it. Dear Lord, what were they doing? Just giving you a bag of pure lard before? Anyway, and then I got me some, what I call them, I can't think of what I call them now, but they're just like a toasted buttery cracker. They're the rectangle ones, and I wanted something to dip them in, so I just got regular ranch dip, I got spicy ranch dip, and I got Fiesta ranch. But I think the spicy ranch, oh, and I got like 3, it says mix it with 16 ounces of sour cream. Now that's a big container, that's one of these sour cream containers. So I may cut that in half. But I went ahead and got 3 containers of sour cream because we love it. We eat it all the time. We just use it on a salad, just blop blop sour cream. Fat grams. And but I got these, and I'm going to mix up a couple of these. And one of them, I think I'm going to do the spicy ranch. I think I'm going to have that on my chicken breasts that I didn't show you because they were frozen. I already put them in the freezer. But anyway, that's all the news that's fit to print. So I'm going to go now and get something to drink, and it's going to be caffeine. I need to calm down. But and then maybe I might dye some papers today. My husband got called in to work. He's a substitute teacher, so he's teaching today, so I got the whole day to myself. I do have to get my pink ribbon stuff organized and get that ready to go, and I'm hoping to do that maybe Saturday afternoon or Sunday with my best friend. Oh, and oh, by the way, I got a... for those of you that might be interested in and are not subscribed to the Lindy Stamp Gang website to receive their email, they are having a sale today. Lindy Stamp Gang is having coupon code is Sneaky Sale. It's today and tomorrow, and it's 20% off. So that's a really good deal. So if you want to run over there and do that. All right. And Ruthie, call me. But that's it. That's all there is today, and I'll let you know if I have anything else. I think that was plenty for today. What is that, 20 minutes? I mean, good grief. Good gravy Maria. Am I ever going to shut up? Yes, I am. Thank you for watching. Bye.